Ladies and gentlemen, something very interesting took place in this country last week. William Samoei Arap Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, placed a phone call to Seth Panyako, who by that time was the vice chairperson of the ruling party, UDA party. And the instructions were very clear. Resign from the party. Because according to William Ruto, Seth Panyako was opposing the finance bill. And Seth Panyako later explained to the country what actually transpired. And in the process, he mentioned 6 individuals around the president who are calling the shots, the cartels around the president. So in this video, I want us to look at these individuals. Who are they?
Good. Seth, are you still in UDA?
Legally, I'm still in UDA, but socially and politically, I have left the party.
Socially and politically?
Yeah. But legally, I'm still.
Okay. Let's start with the social and political. What happened?
Yeah, on Friday, last Friday around 7:20 p.m., actually I was at the airport. I was boarding the plane to go home. I received a phone call from the president, and he told me he's under pressure from his people, those people who surround him. And I think there's a group of about 5 people from one ethnic community that believe that they should control everything around the president. And so he told me, you are opposing all the programs of the government, especially the housing levy and other things like VAT on fuel and many other things. And he told me it was not tenable for you to continue to be an official of the party when you are opposing the programs of the party. So I told him, in short, you were saying you want me to leave? He said, yes. Then I told him, oh, that one I grant you.
That's Seth Panyako. And it's very clear about the individuals. But who are they? Before we get into all those details, allow me to thank ExpressVPN for sponsoring this particular video. Do you ever feel like your online activity is being tracked? Like someone somewhere is always watching whatever you are doing? If so, you are not alone. And that's where ExpressVPN comes in. ExpressVPN is a virtual private network that encrypts your internet traffic, making it impossible for anyone to track what you are doing online. With ExpressVPN, you can browse the web anonymously. You can stream movies and shows without any geo restrictions. They have 94 countries to choose from. You can use public Wi-Fi without fear of being hacked. And with the ExpressVPN, you are sure that your online privacy is protected from hackers, government, and ISPs. ExpressVPN is fast because they invest in premium servers. Their customer service is instant. They have live chat, which means they'll respond almost instantly within seconds, not even hours. They are easy to use, just a click here and a click there. And also they use trusted server technology. And ExpressVPN are also top rated by credible journals like CNET, TechRadar, and many more. ExpressVPN is the perfect way to stay safe and secure online. Just try it today for free. To get ExpressVPN, just click the link below. And when you use my link, you will get your first 3 months free. Try now. Thanks, guys. And let us dive into the main issue. And I want to play this part of this particular interview because it's very interesting. But who are these 6 individuals?
They are cartels around the president. I'm telling you, on Monday, the chairman for Lab Fund resigned, the board where I sit on. On Thursday, we had the CEO for Lab Fund resigning and joining National Social Security Fund, David Koros, as the managing trustee. So as a board, looking at the State Corporation Act, Section 5, Clause 3, gives the board the powers to appoint a CEO. So we had arranged an AGM on Friday and everything had been done, money had been used. So we said now, since the CEO has left, we can't postpone the AGM, and the AGM cannot be done without a CEO. So we appointed an acting CEO on Thursday. But the cartels within the president, surrounding the president, forced the board to overturn that appointment a day later, on the day of the AGM. Immediately after the AGM, we were forced to go into a board meeting.
What do you mean forced?
These cartels around the president, they are about 6 guys from one ethnic community. And I'm very blunt, because I do not care. This country does not belong to an ethnic community. There are people who believes, about 6 guys around the president from one ethnic community, who are pulling strings in government, who wants to manage each and everything, who want to know, even a cleaner, they want to know which cleaner is being employed is from where. They want to have a hand on everything. So they kept on, in fact,
when Uhuru Kenyatta was the president of the Republic of Kenya, at least we knew these individuals. You could pinpoint Matiang'i, you could pinpoint Kibicho, you could pinpoint several other individuals around the president that time. But who are these 6 individuals? Because according to Panyako, they are coming from one ethnic community. For me, these are the 6 individuals. The first individual on that list, for me, is Kipchumba Murkomen. Who is Kipchumba Murkomen? Kipchumba Murkomen is the current cabinet secretary for transport, roads, and public works. As a matter of fact, Kipchumba Murkomen is one of the individuals in William Ruto's government who are controlling some of the biggest ministries. Because when you talk of the Ministry of Roads, it means all roads in the country is under Kipchumba Murkomen. When you talk of transport, one of the biggest sectors in the Republic, that is under Kipchumba Murkomen. When you talk of public works, we are also talking of Kipchumba Murkomen. Kipchumba Murkomen was initially the senator for Marakwet. He was first elected in 2013 on URP ticket. Then again in 2017, Kipchumba Murkomen was overwhelmingly re-elected on a Jubilee ticket as the senator for Elgeyo Marakwet. In the last election, Kipchumba Murkomen was easily re-elected as a senator for Elgeyo Marakwet. But William Ruto appointed him to the cabinet, and that's why he stepped down from being a senator to serve as a cabinet secretary. So the mere fact that William Ruto can trust Kipchumba Murkomen with this kind of ministry shows that he's a very powerful individual within William Ruto's camp, especially because of the fact that he comes from Rift Valley. For a long time, Kipchumba Murkomen also served as William Ruto's legal advisor. There is a point in this country when the president left the country with Air Force One to Dubai. The only individual he went with was Kipchumba Murkomen. That I was told by someone who saw them there. A subscriber here just inboxed me. Kipchumba Murkomen. So it shows you that Kipchumba Murkomen cannot fail to form part of this team. The second individual on that list for me is Gladys boss Shollei. Who is Gladys Shollei? Currently, she's the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, the women rep for Uasin Gishu. The women rep for Uasin Gishu. She was first elected in 2017 on a Jubilee ticket. She was re-elected again in 2022 on UDA ticket. Previously, Shollei worked as a lecturer, University of Nairobi, Department of Law. At some point, Gladys Shollei was the Deputy Chief Election Officer. And in between some point, she also served as the Registrar of the Judiciary. And that is the link between Shollei and Ruto. In 2013, it is alleged that it is actually Shollei, not 2013. It is alleged that it is Shollei who actually frustrated, was it called by that time, from accessing some documents in court and ensured that they were recorded late. And that's why the Supreme Court at that particular time, you remember the Mutunga ruling, could not look at those particular documents. And that is the link. In fact, in 2017, most people believe very strongly that Shollei played a huge role in helping in rigging the election between the Bomas of Kenya and outside. She was the one who used to go outside there to get the fake documents. She would come with them, fix them, and remember that famous USB. So Shollei, I tend to think that she's one of the people in this particular list. The third individual, and I don't know if we can miss, in my view, is Davis Chirchir. Who is Davis Chirchir? Davis Chirchir is serving as a cabinet minister for energy and petroleum. In this country, we have three very powerful ministries: Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, and Ministry of Transport, Roads, which Kipchumba Murkomen is serving. You remember that in 2000 and was it 2013? Davis Chirchir was appointed to the cabinet. Then at some point, he was forced out. Was it 2013 or 2017? But who is Davis Chirchir to Ruto? Davis Chirchir is an IT guru, the alleged hacker in William Ruto's camp. He previously worked with Telcom. Then he served as director of ICT during the Isaka Sana, the defunct Interim Independent Electoral Commission of Kenya. When William Ruto left ODM to form URP, this is the gentleman he entrusted as the Secretary General of that particular party. In 2022, Davis Chirchir was Uhuru Kenyatta's, no, in 2017, Davis Chirchir was the chief agent for Uhuru Kenyatta. That is 2017. And in fact, he's credited for the victory in 2013-2017. Most people believe that without him, these guys would not have managed to rig. So when William Ruto's chief of staff died, Ken Osinde, William Ruto appointed him as chief of staff. So after the last election, Davis Chirchir was appointed to the cabinet. In the last 2 or 3 elections, the name Davis Chirchir has always found its way into IBC logs. It's alleged that he used to log with the password of Wafula Chebukati. Yeah, so I don't think Davis Chirchir can actually miss in this list. Number 4 is engineer Oscar Sudi. Oscar Sudi is a very close associate of William Samoei Arap Ruto. He's the gentleman who does the dirty work, Mr. Fix-It. Remember when Ruto was stopped from going to Uganda? Oscar Sudi was with him. Actually, Oscar Sudi had already arrived waiting for him. He was accompanied by, William Ruto was supposed to accompany some Turkish investor, Aaron Ayadin. So Oscar Sudi has been a member of parliament for Kapsaret constituency from 2012, 2017, and again in 2022. If you want to know William Ruto's thoughts in politics, just pay close attention to Oscar Sudi. Forget about Cherargei, forget about the rest. This is the gentleman who at some point was even used to attack Mama Ngina Kenyatta. So Oscar Sudi, I don't think he can miss that list. Number 5, in my view, is Felix Koskei. Which begs the question, who is Felix Koskei? Felix Koskei is currently the Chief of Staff in William Ruto's office of the President, and the head of the public service. For those who follow politics, in 2013, he was appointed as the Minister for Agriculture. You know, in 2013, William Ruto had his party, Uhuru had his party. So the government was nusu mkate. William Ruto entrusted this guy with the Ministry of Agriculture. I mentioned it as one of the biggest ministries. Because of corruption scandals, he was forced out. But William Ruto never gave up on this gentleman. A few years later, he was appointed as a member of the Judicial Service Commission. And someone told me, and I've always mentioned it here, that Felix Koskei was actually very instrumental in brokering the deals between Ruto's team and the judiciary. And that's why he was rewarded by being appointed the Chief of Staff and also head of the public service. At number 6 on my list is Simon Chelugui. I think he's the longest serving member of the cabinet. He served both Uhuru and Ruto, the only one. Who is he? The Minister for Labor currently. This guy originally wanted to contest for Baringo gubernatorial seat. But because William Ruto wanted to stop Gideon Moi at that time, and because Chelugui was so popular on the ground, he persuaded Chelugui not to contest for gubernatorial seat, but go and face it off with Gideon Moi, because William Ruto's calculation by that time was that if Chelugui were to face Gideon Moi, he was going to defeat Gideon Moi. As fate would have it, Gideon Moi defeated him. And that's how he found himself in the cabinet in 2017. He served up to this particular point. And as fate would have it, he's also one of the richest cabinet ministers in the current cabinet, and even I think during Uhuru's cabinet. So for me, if you ask me, those are the 6 individuals who are forming part and parcel of William Ruto's cartel team. If you are in doubt, please let me know or list for me the 6 individuals who are powerful. And these individuals must be from the same ethnic community. Thank you guys for your time, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.